injuries? I guess Parker, where's he at?
He's ready to go, so he's available to play.
What kind of impact can he make on this team that's unbeaten in 7 coming into the weekend?
Well, I think number one, getting him back in there. Obviously, we got to be realistic too. He's, game shape wise, it's going to take him a little bit, but his impact is the type of player he is we've missed that. He's kind of that gritty, kind of power forward type guy that's got some skill, but can kill penalties, and it'll be nice to have him in there. He brings a lot of energy. Obviously, one of our most competitive guys, game in and game out. So just to have that too is good. But it'll be good to have him back and get him some games and get him ready for the real home stretch.
The way you describe him, it seems like if he's anywhere near full capacity, he's the kind of player that's perfect for this opponent you're going to face this week.
Yeah. I think it's hard at this time of the year too. I mean, the nice thing with his injury, he's been able to skate, so that's a good thing. Where at least some of the conditioning, legs wise and wind wise, is good. But I'm not expecting him to go in there and be where he's going to be, a week or two from now. So if he goes in, I just want him to keep it simple. Bring that energy that he plays with, and be a good 200-foot player on the line he's on.
Scott, when you look back at that CC series back here in Duluth, where was it you feel your team struggled the most, and has the team maybe gotten better at those areas at this point?
Well, I don't think, number one, we gave CC enough respect. I thought they were the hungrier team. They deserved to walk out of here probably with 4 points. Certainly their goaltender was very good, and he's been good since. But we didn't get inside the dots very much. We didn't. We had the puck a lot in certainly the Friday game, but at the end of it, they just wanted it more than we did, and we didn't respond very well. They're a team that is very sound defensively. We're not going to get a lot of odd man rushes because of the way the system that they play, especially through the neutral zone. We didn't respond very well to that. We didn't support the puck. We didn't do the things we needed to do. Hopefully, the bigger rink will help a little bit with that, but they're a team that doesn't give up very much, and with the way their goalie's playing, we got to capitalize on those opportunities. But you got to be patient, and sometimes you got to take what the game gives you, and we've got to really do a better job of supporting the puck. I think coming out of our zone cleaner, because again they forecheck very hard with their two forwards, and they take the walls away, and so if we can start there, get some good transition out of the zone or cleaner, a majority of the time come through the neutral zone with some speed and get pucks in behind their D, because we're going to have to do that a lot. And obviously if you're going to do that, you got to forecheck. So I think if we can get in the zone, I think we can do some of the same things, but we've got to find ways to get inside the dots and get some traffic and get some opportunities in those areas.
How much does the bigger ice sheet kind of cater to your team and how they like to play?
Well, I mean, obviously we've played well on the big sheet, not just this year, but they're also a team that uses it very well. Every team you play against that plays on an Olympic-sized rink knows how to use that rink width-wise, depth-wise. And they can skate too. I mean, they've got some quick guys, and they've got some guys offensively that certainly are good players. Berg and Trey Bradley, if he's back in there, and some freshmen that certainly played well when they were here. But I hope that it translates into good games for us. Obviously, there's a little more room, but you still got to make the right decisions, and you still got to support the puck even more on the big sheet. And if we're late on some decisions supporting the puck, it's a lot more space to cover. And so we've got to have good reads off each other and make good decisions with the puck. And like I said, live with the fact that you might not get a lot of 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s, and you're going to see a lot of even-numbered situations, especially coming up the rink.
What have you seen out of Willie Raskop this year and such?
Oh, he's been good. I mean, I thought, certainly going to the year, he's been one of our top 4 defensemen for a while. Him and Karsten play very well together, and sometimes we have our moments. Sometimes he's trying to do a little too much, but it's at times with Willie, it's a little bit of that risk reward. It's how he plays, and then sometimes that also makes him more effective because he's not necessarily a good sit back guy. I mean, he's a guy that likes to have the puck. He can make plays with the puck. Sometimes he's going to get caught, in those situations, but he has that confidence to make those plays. And I think defensively, I think he's gotten better. He's gotten better defending with his stick. He's not the big guy that is going to play overly physical, but he's got to use his smarts and his stick and some of his skating ability to defend. But I think those guys have played well, and this year he's killed penalties more. He's always been a power play guy, but he's gotten an opportunity to kill a little bit more this year, and I think he's done a good job.
What is it that allowed him to earn a spot on the PK? You kind of mentioned that's a source of pride for him that you trust to be on that.
Well, it's been kind of a little bit of a work in progress leading up to this year, but again, he's a senior. He's got a lot of experience. He's done it occasionally, maybe not as much consistently, but obviously he's playing with Karsten, so those guys have good chemistry together. So just trying to keep those guys together, doing that, certainly helps.
The schedule is the way that it is, but was it good to have the bye week?
We'll find out. I think it was. We had some guys that needed some rest. I mean, we've been going through some practices there, probably 3 weeks prior to the break with, not a lot of forwards. We were giving some guys some opportunities to rest a little bit during the week just to make sure they're ready for the weekend. So I think it was all good, and hopefully there's not a lot of rust going into the Friday game, but our guys had a pretty good week last week. Gave them some days off, and they came back excited to go, and they know what's at stake. So I think we'll be fine. And I think in the long run, it's going to benefit too.
You want these guys to focus more on that CC series and doing some of the things better that you talked about, or do you want to just continue the run that they've been on in the past 7 games?
Well, you're always looking to get better. I think we have to. I mean, there's still certain areas that we need to clean up, and I think obviously everyone knows where we're at and knows what's at stake, and we're in a race for a league championship with one other team right now, and but again, you can look too far ahead, but you want guys to be excited about being in that. That's what you work for, and but at the same time, you still got to look at each weekend and make sure you take care of that. And I think this is a weekend that I think certainly probably is going to grab our attention a little bit more based on what happened here after Christmas. And doesn't make it any easier, because obviously they're a team that has played very well lately and been in a lot of games, and certainly the way their goaltending's playing, they have a chance every night to beat anybody. And for us, it's a weekend to get back to playing good, improving in some areas, and trying to get a little more consistency over the 2 games in every area, because you want to continue to get confidence going, and you want guys to feel good about how you're playing. And obviously we want to win games, but right now I think I'm more focused on us trying to become a better team over the next 6 games before playoffs.